Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Yes, I jumped. Play The Outer Worlds 2. We have a new comrade, a new companion. I mean, comrade, companion, lady, stuff. You know, not calling a lady stuff. That's not what I did. Anyways, I am sorry. Nice. And we fast forward here. We have a optional part, and we can pick a skill point. One is going to go into guns, and that. Thank you. Perks. We have one perk available. Let's see. Wait, while all of your equipment, armor, and weapons share the same brand. Ah, okay. That's that. I thought it would. Against bonus damage against any faction, you have negative reputation. Yes. Pickpocket. On food and drink. No, that's nice. I'm gonna take this one. Yes. So we should do more damage. And then we have with... This is hopefully... okay, uncover further correspondent from Abbott Neville. So that's what we will then hopefully do. And yes, I wanted to try to get there. Yes. Okay, shall we try to somehow actually get down? That's why I fast traveled here, by the way, at the end of the last episode. Then I travel now in. I know, I don't know if that was actually from devs intended to do to get into... This is where I initially wanted to get, by the way. Just saying. And now we are gonna go leftish and downish. And we'll be on the way. Yes, I need more ammunition, by the way. Why don't we use our... Oh, wait, 2 perk points. Wait, okay. Analyze enemy in the combat make... Ah, okay, I know why I have that, because she's new. While active, your attacks against the target apply effects depending on... Okay, what do we have? Occasionally toss a small near you, walking over them, automatically affects them, restoring gadget energy, attacking... Okay. Let's go there. Your attacks against targets affected by companion ability, restore gadget's energy. Okay. Companion's ability now affects an area around the target, applying the effect to all nearby. Yes, okay. And yes, I might have mentally screwed up there a teensy bit, since I was... Okay, I'm gonna actually do it. Oh, hello. Okay, 44. Yeah, I want to do a bit close combat. Okay, cool. Now, let's crack on. We're actually gonna...
Entering a confrontational state.
Oh, hello.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat.
The stun was amazing, right? The stun, we are gonna be running here into some enemies, I think. Or not.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally. Do you have a specific matter requiring discussion with me that cannot be postponed? I'm rather preoccupied at the moment.
You're preoccupied arguing with yourself about the best way to dig a hole?
That's not... Yes, your assessment is absolutely accurate. Making a final decision over what to prioritize in the construction of this trench, given my current resources, has been a substantially more difficult task than I first estimated.
I thought you ought to solve this kind of problem with mathematics.
Correct. In this case, standardize algorithms, which includes a Poisson distribution method, using the data we accrued from years of tracking the frequency of different attacks. Unfortunately, I find myself in the extremely unlikely and distressing position of having these algorithms inform me that every type of attack is exactly equally probable. And thus, my dilemma.
What kind of threats will you be facing?
Many, unfortunately. Antis, human soldiery, raptidons, mantisaurs, scrappers, and even wild arachnids. In summary, many and varied.
That's a lot. Maybe just make the trench equally good at defending against everything?
Alas, I lack the resources and time. I appreciate your input, though.
What do you need more? Why do you need more trenches?
Anti's forces have pushed us from our initial trench line into our fallback trench, thus making it the new primary trench. Despite the fact that we are currently holding back Anti's forces at the new, more narrow front, this leaves us in the unenviable position of requiring a new fallback trench. That being said, we shouldn't need another trench line.
What do you mean by shouldn't need another trench line? Isn't this an active war zone?
Our analysis shows us that Antis simply lacks the resources to push through the current front line. However, there is a vanishingly slim chance that Antis has more resources in transit outside of the Arcadian system that we simply haven't accounted for yet.
Okay, good luck.
Perhaps it would be advantageous to... No, that won't function optimally. Or we could... but if they deploy Manosaurs, we'd be better served having...
Yeah. You could deploy ABC, right? To that. Okay, we can't... Okay, we could open that with explosives. Luckily, we don't have explosives. The order, act as one. Okay, a little bit of a distraction, totally fair enough. In my humble mind. So, do you have more to say?
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
but it was not numeric anyways. It was, in my opinion, not numerical, but do I know? Right? What do I know? I know that I do have to go there. I do know that. Just wanted to take a look at the trench. What the hell is going on there, by the way? Where the exclamation... Ah, that's a rift. Okay, I see.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Vitals critical. Don't be patient. Still recharging.
Syringe is primed.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Reviving me is strict.
Consider recalibrating your weapon sighting mechanism. Friendly fire as unfriendly.
Yeah, that was not good. I don't want to talk bad about the close combat weapon. It absolutely did good damage, though I have to admit that I think I mean, first of all, we are obviously not really... We did not really skill for close combat, right? So first things first. Second of all, I did not really fight well, and I think what would be better is actually to equip this weapon. I meant that way around. Where's our... Right? Yeah, I know. I just wanted to check if I've really been here and I'll looted everything. Taken everything. Okay, personal factory, Albrecht. I'm grateful the architect has provided us the advanced mathematical formulae required to calibrate our artillery and anti-air weapons to such a degree that anti-choice forces have no chance of breaking through our lines, and yet being required to fall back and allow those barbarians into such close proximity with the monastery is galling. To even contemplate the chances of a stray artillery shell striking such an august place of high learning makes my blood boil, not to mention the terrible blow to morale it would cause. Totally. Not what I wanted to do, but... I mean, I didn't want to... Oh, I want to pick up that. Cartridges, nice. I didn't want to actually use the inhaler. Okay, I was not aware that I could... You vanished into a rift. Okay, I just want to say I didn't even know that I can go into rifts. That's what happens when I get into a rift. Okay, good to know.
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
Okay, both of them give us 300. The crawl is quicker. And don't you worry, I ain't gonna now get into the rift again. But that was for science then. Now we at least know which perk to use. It doesn't matter which perk you use to get into. Not collapse into closed doors. And now that was on purpose. There's a downed ship.
Halt! What is your destination? Leaving with that heading will bring you in direct contact with the forces of Auntie's choice.
That, you guys, is totally what I want to do. Yep, it makes sense, right?
Attention, freelancer. You are currently heading into no man's land. We strongly recommend you return.
I thought that I could get into the ship. But I guess not. I accept. There are mines. I accept that too. That was predictable since the one red
From the north, home fire.
ran into it.
Wait. The odds of your survival are directly inversely proportional. I hope you aren't being transferred here, unless you enjoy the fine art of inventorying
Move on,
the
freelancer.
entirety of this
I've been
supply
tasked with
depot.
only treating enlisted personnel.
That Manosaur was at least 4 meters tall. Now probably closer to 6. Probably the biggest Manosaur there ever was.
I thought that the doctor, I hoped that the doctor would actually treat us there. But it is what it is. I am not complaining. Not as long as we have loot. Okay, no loot there. So we are slowly, very slowly closing in here. That's good too, right? There's not much more I want.
Now that is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes. You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing.
They need extra medical help in Metro X Mercy. Pipe doctor's probably close enough.
You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge.
I already have an automech on staff, why not a plumber?
Maybe you're right. The day an automech unclogs a toilet unsupervised is the day I hang up my spurs. Very well. Sometimes it takes a plumber to do a doctor's job. If Matriarch's Mercy cries out in need, then the pipe doctor will answer. See you there, friend.
Okay, I don't know where there was this little cutscene. Anyways, we brought the doctor over there, so that was good. That was good. We did something good for society there.
Impressive.
Okay, personal log. Aspirant Benedict. Several weeks prior, our esteemed commander gave the orders to fall back to this rear trench line. At first, I was in a state of shock that the order would concede such a large swath of land. After the retreat, I privately questioned the commander. On the matter, and I was given the raw data and algorithms backing the decision. I know my commander is providing me an opportunity to prove myself by coming to the same conclusion they did, but this advanced level of reasoning may be beyond me. I realize it is basically about bringing Anti's forces into a choke point, but I cannot return with such a vague answer. I must solve the rest of the problem. The portions with the targeting algorithms for the anti-air weapons are very complex. This will take considerable time
Their
to solve.
personalized order prediction must have been quite favorable to inspire such confidence.
In some games, I sometimes just miss the opportunity to have a bed where we then just go to sleep, right, to regen.
Weapon ready, Commander. Locking them down. Fortification in progress. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
I know that was not the target, but good. But good. But good. And we are, didn't I? That's a Gothic helmet. 20 base health. Okay. Okay, we need to get around here. But we are first of all actually gonna be going here and do something with our... We need ammunition and stuff, so we are gonna be cracking on from here in the next episode, you guys. And go after the thing we need to do. For now, you know it. I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed today's episode, then please give me a little gently thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day, stay frosty. Bye.